Okay, this is not one of my regular videos. This is not for clicks, no intro or anything. This is just more, I guess, a public service announcement. Actually, I should have had this video ready months ago because I knew this day was going to come. So the president has tested positive. He and his wife have tested positive for COVID-19. So no more, it's a hoax. No more joking on Biden like at the that disaster of a debate the other night, even if you can call that a debate, where he jokes on Biden for wearing a mask. It's called leadership. It's called leadership. You lead by example. As a matter of fact, that evening, the requirements to even be in attendance was to wear a mask. And supposedly someone passed his wife and other guests masks to wear, and they refused to wear the mask. And so if they're being found positive now, that means they already had it then. People, it's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the people that you come in contact with. If you don't care about getting the virus, that's one thing. You know, I wish this was like something you can eat. So so only those people that chose to eat that fruit or whatever would get it, but it's not. And he knows it's not. And he's known for months, since January and February, that it was from droplets that got passed through the air. So the only reason I'm making this video is to tell you, people, please put on a mask. It's simple. They're cheap now. They're everywhere now. Just cover from giving it to somebody else. Now, I wear KN95s. I don't even wear my fabric, and I have fabric ones. I mean, I wear them from time to time, but for the most part, I don't want to get the virus, and I don't want to give it to anybody else. So I wear a KN95. And you can find those anywhere, eBay, Nextdoor, whatever's in some app that's in your area, some local selling app. Of course, I sell them. But if you want to protect others from you, a cloth mask or anything, just not the spandex type. Keep in mind, that type that they stretch and put around your neck does not work, okay? When you stretch it, just like stretching pantyhose, you're stretching it, and more aerosol can come out of it. So get you some KN95 mask, protect yourself and protect others, and more so others. People, think about the mankind in this country. Think about other human beings, about other Americans. And if you're not worrying about getting it, because you could be asymptomatic, so be it. You know, most of the people in my apartment complex don't wear masks. Okay, I have a hook. I don't know if you can see it on the back of my door. I have 3 hooks where I hang masks, so I don't walk out the door. I can't forget it. Well, I'm not going to forget it anyway, but I get on the elevator, I go downstairs, and there's always people in the gym. I can't go in the gym because people don't wear masks, and who wants to be next to somebody who's exhaling? I mean, just think of the debates. Biden's 70-something years old. He's 74, whatever. The president's 74. First of all, they're too old. I mean, you can just see. Anybody quick-witted would have tore the president apart. Would have tore him apart at this. Biden's just too old. Anyway. That's neither here nor there now. He's got the virus. His wife has the virus, and more people are going to pop positive too. And here's another thing. Who gave the virus to who? So if there's 2 people, keep the first lady out of it. If there's 2 people, Hope Hicks and the president, Hope Hicks doesn't feel well. Supposedly they both didn't feel well, but Hope Hicks gets tested first. She pops positive. So now the president starts to get tested. I'm going to tell you something. He got tested last night before he called Hannity last night. He got tested last night. He did the rapid test and it came out positive. I'll bet you $100. It came out positive. But so he didn't want to say, yeah, we're going to get tested. So they did the official PCR test. Somehow his test results came out at 1 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 hours later, quicker than ours. And then he was positive. But who's to say who had it first? Just because she got tested first doesn't mean that she had the virus first. She could have got it from him. So who knows? All these people that he's come. And the most despicable thing he did was last night he called Hannity. I don't sit around watching Fox, of course, but of course they play it on other channels. He called Hannity and says, she's a really good girl. She works a lot with the military and the police departments. They come close to you sometimes. So, she's really personable. So she tried, first he put it on her. and then he put it on her and the military. How despicable to put it on the military that possibly that she got it from him. They're going to find out because they're going to do contact tracing. They're going to find out. We may find out, the public may find out 8-10 months from now, but they're going to know. They already know, who got it from who, because they can trace who got it. Let me tell you something else. They say he has light symptoms now. His staff was saying that he was, sluggish or lethargic or whatever. He's always sluggish and lethargic, but, they tried to say that he wasn't, he just got mild symptoms. Well, let me tell you something. If he didn't have mild symptoms, he would have called into Fox News this morning and said, hey guys, I'm just mild symptoms. Everything's fine. He's feeling it. He's feeling it. I don't want anybody to get this virus, not even him. Yeah, there was a time in the beginning when he used to come out and gloat and all this stuff, but I don't want anybody to get this virus. I mean, he's 74 years old. He's fat, obese, whatever you want to call it. He's got heart disease, so he's taking medication for high blood pressure. So he's a prime suspect. He's always been saying, I'm not worried about, getting it, it's okay. But yet he has everybody, in enclosed and outdoor, but they're all jammed up together, not wearing masks. It starts with leadership. Leadership. I'm doing this video because I want you to wear a mask. If I can't convince you, that's not a problem, because I'm always going to hear what? It's a hoax. Yes. And I'm always going to hear what? You're stupid. Yes. I mean, it's a fact. I get those, again, it's maybe 1 out of 100, and it's somebody who wants to just debate and go back and forth that it's a hoax and people aren't really getting sick. But what do you say now? What do you say now that the president of the United States, and the best thing that could come out of this is that his people will say, wait a minute, hold up, wait, maybe we need to be wearing masks, and we can actually bring it down as a nation and stop just opening up everything. And yeah, I'm gonna pick on Florida again because he's the only one that said open up everything. And don't need to wear masks. So there's your leadership there. And that's why I get on Florida, because there's always an example. There's always something every day screwy that he does, because the governors are in charge, because the president chose early on not to take responsible for this because he doesn't want to be blamed for it. Useless. I'm pissed. This is ridiculous that we even had to get to this point. It was going to happen. I could have done this video 4, 5, 6 months ago. Knew it was going to happen. Eventually, you can't go around not wear masks. Secret Service people have gotten it. Other people in his staff has gotten it. And just because they like Mark Meadows, his chief of staff, tested negative, doesn't mean he doesn't have it. It takes a few days to incubate. So it may take 5 to 14 days or 5 to, a week and a half, 10 days before you could either have symptoms or either positive on it. So other people are gonna come up. I just hope he didn't get as much vile, despicable nastiness that he spewed and you can just, those droplets can go a good distance. I don't know. It looks like they were about 15, 20 feet away, but he could spray the whole audience from where he was, just yapping and just disgusting. It's embarrassing. I had to talk to the kids yesterday about what you think about the debate. It's embarrassing. They're 10, 11, 12 years old, just turned 8. My little boy just turned 8 yesterday. And they have to know that this is what a president acts like. Even if you're younger and you don't remember Obama, this is all you know. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's leadership. We don't have leadership. So all that he dogged the Vice President Biden about not wearing masks. Oh, look at him. He's always wearing a mask. He probably had it then. Matter of fact, he did, because it takes time to incubate. And they didn't tell anybody on the plane. They didn't tell a press corps or anybody. All those, it's not just him and his wife and chief of staff who fly on the Air Force One. There's dozens of people. And he didn't tell anybody. And he intimidates the other people around him. Just get tested. And don't wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. Shows weakness. I mean, stupidity only goes but so far. And those who follow him, I hope they follow him now and say, You don't need to learn from your own mistakes. I used to say that. I used to tell my mom, if you're watching, I used to say this when I was young, and you know it. I used to, when she tell me don't do this, you can learn from other people. I want to learn from my own mistakes, because then I know for sure. That's one of the stupidest things I've ever said. Because later in life, I learned that I don't have to learn from my own mistakes. I can learn from the mistakes of others and watch other people. So I hope other people are watching him and not wanting to make that same mistake. And it's not just him getting it. It's who else did he give it to? He's not going to give it to Putin, of course, because he's going to a phone call on him. Yeah, I put it out there. Anyway, it is what it is. Wear a mask, people. Wear a mask. I mean, him blaming it on the military, I had to say something. I have no intro on this video. I edit. It takes me an average of 6 hours to do my videos, another 45 minutes to do that little thumbnail. I spend time on this. This is just something I wanted to put up and put out to let you know you don't need to learn from your own mistakes. Learn from the mistakes of others. And here's a prime example. Just like the president of Brazil, just like the premier, whatever he is, the president of Guatemala. Now we have it, and Boris Yeltsin, whatever his name, not Boris Yeltsin, whatever his name, Boris over in the EU. You don't need to learn from your own mistakes. Learn from the mistakes of others. Wear a mask. It's a simple thing like that. I wouldn't say wear it all day. So I don't see how kids are having to be forced to wear it all day. I don't even agree with them being in school until we get this rectified. I mean, it's just special times. But anyway, that's again, neither here nor there. But, I know people are going to still throw stuff at me. It's still a hoax. Some people's going to still say it's still a hoax. It's a Democrat hoax. That's how it initially started. Only 15 people had it, he said. Go back. You'll hear all the tapes. All the months of stuff. He just hopes you forget all the stuff he said. You don't need to wear a mask. Look at this clown wearing a mask all the time. Come on, we're America. Americans. So divisive. We need to be together. And there's one thing that this video is brought to you by. It's by this. That's right. Until we get term limits, nothing's going to change. It's not Republican. It's not Democrat. It's not whoever the so-called leader is. It's going to start with term limits. And until we get term limits, nothing's going to change. So it's all bogus. And it's a whole lot I could get into more than that. But wear a mask, people. Wear a mask. Wear a mask. Wear a mask. Have a good day.